This day and age, I'm not sure how much is known about Dr. Francis Schaeffer, but in my day, during the Model T Ford, uh, Dr. Schaeffer was known as a great theological mind. He wrote, I think his last book was God in the 20th Century. Have we passed the 20th century? I don't know. But anyway, I admired him and I read about Labrie, Labri. It's actually L apostrophe B A B R I, Labrie, which was a school that he founded and lived at. And I decided I was going to go there and see what Labrie was like. It was in Switzerland, not too far from Lausanne. And so I went to Switzerland. I lived there I think it was about 2 years. And I was at Labrie for about 3 months. I got to know Dr. Schaeffer's family actually better than I got to know him most of the time. And by the way, I've seen pictures of the Schaeffers since. I've seen Dr. Schaeffer's son talking on TV, and they look totally different. I mean, they were just down here, now they're up here. But anyway, I want to share this experience I had with Dr. Schaeffer. He was going to some kind of press conference. He was always in demand for speaking. In fact, most of the time that I was at Labrie, I never saw him. I got to know his family, but he was gone a good part of the time. Anyway, he was nice enough to come up to me and say, I got to go to this press conference. You want to come with me? And I said, yeah. So I went with him to the press conference, and he spoke for a while. It was a big, big meeting hall, and it was packed to the brim. There were people standing, and there were a lot of reporters. I don't know what kind of local reporters there are in Switzerland, but they asked him questions. He took questions from the audience. And, everybody listened to everything he had to say because we believe he was such a great mind and he was so articulate. And it was such a privilege to be there and experience Labrie. And by the way, Labrie was where a lot of philosophers and college students and people that had nowhere else to go that would come to his little school, and they would study on their own, and then they would have discussions. And if you were lucky, you were in a discussion with Dr. Schaeffer where you could hear and talk to him. After I had read God in the 20th Century, I was anxious to meet him. But so here we were at this press conference in Switzerland, and they're asking him questions. And it was getting late. Dr. Schaeffer cut down, said, all right, we're going to have to end this shortly. I'll take a couple more questions. The last question he took, this reporter said, Dr. Schaeffer, what's the greatest theological thought you've ever had? And there was silence for a while. We waited to hear with great anticipation what he was going to say. He looked at the pulpit and he looked at the sky a little bit, and then he looked at the audience and he said, the greatest theological thought I've ever had is this. Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so.